Hi. Sometimes you have to marvel at the thinking of the people we have in government. The finance minister, Kemi Adeosun, says that government revenue is just too low to fund government expenses. Now, rather than cut down on that revenue, what is the solution they are proposing? They are proposing to recruit 7,500 young boys and girls, educate them, and then send them back to their respective communities to go and educate Nigerians on the various taxes of government and to enroll these Nigerians to pay taxes to government. And this revenue, at the end of the day, that comes to government, 70% of it, think about that, of every 1 naira that these young boys and girls will collect, 70% of it will be spent on government activities in Abuja. So what are these 7,500 young boys and girls going to tell their communities? That they are teaching them about taxes to be paid to government, enrolling them to pay these taxes, making them pay these taxes, and then at the end of the day, people in Abuja sitting hundreds of miles away from where these taxes are being paid are the ones that will be the ones superintending and spending these revenues on themselves. Why not sit down and say, how do we reduce government expenditure? How do we cut down on spending 70 kobo out of every 1 naira earned by government on recurrent expenditure? The idea that, Abuja, which is made up largely of civil servants, is the city with the highest per capita income in Nigeria is an absurdity. You cannot justify how a city filled with civil servants that is not productive, they are not engaged in any manufacturing, not engaged in any buying and selling. All they do is report for work from 8 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 days a week. Yet that city has the highest per capita income in Nigeria. Something is wrong. And the reason it is wrong is because we are refusing to ask ourselves hard questions. We are refusing to question the authenticity of some of the figures being pushed out by those in government, people who are supposedly educated, but who at the end of the day end up doing things that make no sense. How can a parent celebrate the appointment of a son or daughter as a community tax officer, only for you to send that son or daughter back to his village to impose more burdens on people who are already stressed out because they are forced to live in an environment where 30 to 40% of their earnings is used to generate power supply? They are faced with roads that are unmotorable. They are faced with hospitals that are cannot provide adequate health care. And what the present these boys and girls are bringing back to their parents and to their relatives is to make them pay more tax to government. This is not sustainable. Why can government not sit down and look at its expenditure profile and cut down on the over 1,000 ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government? How can we continue to have a situation where year in, year out, we budget over trillions of naira? In this last count for 2017, we are talking about 7.4 trillion, and 70% of that is going to go for recurrent expenditure. So let us look at what we are faced with, the challenges that are before us, and sit down and say, how do we remove the hindrances that will stop Nigerians from being productive? And part of that hindrance is the size of government and its expenditure profile. What do I think about this new initiative of government? That it is going to fail resoundingly. Other than providing employment for 7,500 people, when these boys and girls go to their respective communities, they are going to find that the task they have been sent to do is a task that is unattainable. Thank you.